Hey guys, so today I'm reviewing Beyond the Gate season 1 episode 75, and this week's episode was it was kind of thrillerish, kind of dry, but let's get right into it. So the episode starts off with Chelsea and Madison. They just got done having sex, and Chelsea starts checking her phone. So Madison has an issue with that. She's like, I want you to be more present. You don't have to always be on your phone. But she's like, I'm an influencer. It is what it is. But she's like, yeah, but I want you to be more present. So, they end up kissing, and, she says she'll see her next time. So then Samantha asks Smitty advice on gay sex because I guess she's doing an experiment about the sexual human body. She said that Martin signed off on it. He was like, well, since Martin signed off on it, he's going to have to talk to you about it. So then back at, the country club, Martin is still pressing the busboy, but he's trying to act like he don't know what he's talking about. And then Smitty offers him $20 and tells him to say what color's your money. He says it, and then Smitty starts having flashbacks and whatnot. So there's Naomi's at the country club waiting for a meeting, and then that's when Ashley storms in and she starts yelling at Naomi, saying why did she help Derek propose. And then that's when Naomi cancels her meeting to talk to Ashley. But before she talks to Ashley, she runs into Martin and she asks Martin what's going on. He's like, no, everything's fine, you go ahead and eat with Ashley. But of course she suspects something that's wrong. So then Jacob goes to Orphan Jeans to talk to Derek, and they're talking about the failed proposal, and Jacob is feeling sorry for him, and then Jacob's basically saying he thinks there's someone else involved. That's probably why Ashley said no. And when Naomi and Ashley are talking, Naomi thinks there's someone else involved too, and she's denying it, but Ashley doesn't believe it. So then we get to Danny's house, and Danny is talking with Andre, and Andre's basically telling her that he went into the guest house and Kat and Chelsea are suspecting that they're sleeping together, and Danny starts freaking out, and Danny still said that she told Pamela, and then he ends up telling her that he told Ted, and then basically he's like, well, since these 4 people already know, we might as well just go ahead and tell the world. And she's like, you promise you're not gonna break my heart? Is there someone else? He's like, no, there's no one else. I'm not gonna break your heart like Bill did. And she agrees at the end to finally that they should go public with it. And that's when Chelsea walks in, and that's when Andre leaves, and Chelsea's basically telling Danny that she's in love with Madison, and she loves her and this and that. And Danny's basically like, what, that's good. And she tells her it's Madison, which is Bill's doctor. But then that's when, that. So then that's when. Well, we'll get to that at the end. Because I forgot. We'll get to that at the end. Yeah, we'll get to that at the end. So then that's when, so basically, that's when Andre walks in on Derek and Andre and Jacob talking, and basically Derek leaves, and Jacob is like, are you really feel sorry for Derek? And he's like, yeah, why wouldn't I? He's like, oh, no worries. So he's basically suspecting that Ashley and Andre has something going on. So then Martin goes home, and Samantha hugs him, and Smitty walks in. He sees there's something wrong with Martin, and he's basically saying that the nightmares are getting worse. And Smitty knows there's something wrong, but Martin's still denying it and not telling him. He's basically saying, you need to get help, and I'm going to make you get help, and this and that and third. So then Vanessa and Joey are talking, and then that's when Doug walks in, and Doug, he asks Joey to step out the room because they told Doug about the deal, and Joey said, and Joey steps out the room, and when Vanessa are talking, and basically when Doug comes back, Doug basically says that they switched the deal. It's gonna be 20% commission, 10% for him, and 10% for Vanessa, and 10% for Vanessa. So then Joey agrees to it, and that's the new deal. So then the episode ends with Chelsea questioning Danny about who she's seeing, and we all know it's Andre. So I guess she's going to end up telling Chelsea, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 76.